you're not bad at sales, you're in the wrong business. A lot of you think you just need another course, another script, another objection handling option, a rebuttal. You don't. Some of you can already sell. You just picked the wrong lane. The best closer in the world is going to do bad in the wrong opportunity. The problem is you put your skill inside of a business where everyone else is saying the same thing, calling the same people, making the same offers. Solar, insurance, marketing agencies, AI consultant, appointment setting, coaching. None of these are bad businesses. But when everybody's running the same play, the edge disappears. A good closer and a bad vehicle becomes average very quickly. Sales matter. I'm not saying that they don't. If you don't know how to communicate, follow up, handle objections, and talk to people, you're going to struggle in almost any business. But sales skills by itself, it's not the whole game. The vehicle matters. The game matters. The offer matters. The problem you are solving matters. You can be an absolute killer on the phone, but if you're selling the same offer as 1,000 other people, you quickly just become noise. You can be great at follow-up, but if the prospect's been pitched 30 times that day, now you're not just selling, you're climbing an uphill battle. You can have the best script, but if the business itself is overcrowded, the script's not going to save you. You don't need to become louder. You need a better place to aim your skill. Most people pick a business because they saw somebody else make some money with it. That's a follower's game. They see a wholesaler make some money online, they want to do wholesale. They see an AI agency guy make money, and now they're an AI automation expert and selling consultant. They see high ticket closers, now they want to do appointment setting. By the time everyone is posting about the opportunity, selling the courses, and flooding the market with the same bullshit, you're not early anymore. The best opportunities usually look boring before they become profitable. A real business opportunity is going to have a few things. There's going to be riff. There's going to be money moving already. There's going to be a problem, confusion, pain, paperwork, friction, a trust gap. There's people who need help but don't know where or how to get it from. And that's where operators can make money. Not because they're hyped, because they become useful where other people are confused. The money is usually sitting behind the confusion. This is what got us into surplus funds. We were looking outside the box. And when we came across an opportunity where we were noticing that there was leftover money being held, owed to people who had no idea it was owed to them, and if they didn't claim it in time, the government kept it, we couldn't really wrap our head around that. So we dived right into the problem, tried figuring it out on both sides, created a system, and then realized the opportunity here at hand was absolutely massive, and we're providing a major service gap to people who actually need the help. So it's a lot different on our side of things when we're reaching out to individuals, telling them that they are owed money and we're helping them get it back. It hits a little different. And of course, there's going to be skepticism and trust building that has to go on, but that's with any business. And if you can't handle that, you're already going to lose. So when a property is foreclosed on, it's later seized and sold at a county tax sale or foreclosure auction. If it sells at that auction to the highest bidder for more than the debt that was owed on the property, it generates surplus funds that are then held by that government agency, typically the county, for a certain amount of time until the rightful heir or owner claims the funds. Now, if they don't do it within that certain amount of time, that government agency absorbs the funds for its own use. We provide the legal help to get this money out of the courts and back into the hands of the family. We inform and educate the owner, and we provide this all at no upfront cost or no risk, and we only get paid once we successfully recover the funds. The business is not knowing that this money exists. It's public knowledge. These lists are everywhere. It's knowing how to actually recover the funds. That's the problem. That's the confusion. That's where the money lives. Now think of this from a sales perspective. You're not calling someone to convince them to buy something. You're not asking them to finance solar. You're not asking them for a monthly marketing retainer or a membership. You're not trying to buy their house at a discount. Happens a lot. You're reaching out because there may be a significant amount of money rightfully owed to them, and you're just trying to inform them about it and help them get it back. That completely changes the frame. You're not selling them something. You're helping them understand a process. That doesn't mean it's easy. They may not trust you. They rightfully should be a little skeptical at first. I know I would be if a person that I didn't know from a hole in the wall was calling me to tell me I'm owed $100,000 or so. Trust me, I'd probably say some pretty bad things at first, or at least think it. It's not if they're going to think it's a scam. They're going to think it's a scam. Use it. You weaponize that. Lean right into it. If you're clear, you're prepared, and you hit them with the facts, You listen and you know the case, your sales skills finally have leverage. Pressure closes weak offers. Clarity closes complex recoveries. This business exposes people and it'll cut the bullshit out really quickly. Because if all you have is hype, you're dead. If you don't know where the money was generated from, if you don't know who the owners are, who has authority, the case is going to stop before it even starts. And no one's going to trust you. If you can't follow up without sounding desperate, not a good look. If your paperwork is wrong, you're going to not only get denied, but you're going to waste that family's time and potentially lose them a significant amount of money that's rightfully owed to them. That's why I love this business, because it is hard and it filters out the weak very quickly. Most people want the check. They don't even know how to read a docket. The real work in surplus funds, it's not the list. It's not just calling. It's finding the opportunity and making sure that it's actually real. Verifying that the money's still there. Knowing who has authority to claim that money. Finding the individual's contact information so you can actually reach out and inform and educate them, and then offer your service. If the owner's deceased, finding their heirs, knowing the right one to go to based on interstate succession laws. Getting the documents correctly signed, handing it off to the attorney with everything needed so that it can be filed in a timely manner. Following up until the case is actually complete and you can pay your client. It's not a side hustle. This is an absolute real operation and it's powerful. The boring work is the business. Last year alone, we did just under $11 million in recoveries with a small team. And that was the tip of the iceberg. This industry has billions and billions of dollars in it, sitting all over the country in county vaults, waiting for someone to come help the other person recover these funds. And it's only getting bigger. Year over year, all the stats, foreclosures are going through the roof. That doesn't mean that all of them are going to have surplus, but a good chance a lot of them will, which means there's going to be even more people out there who need help getting this money back. We were able to recover almost $11 million in 2025 because we were able to verify things correctly, go after the right individuals, have a real system and work it to the T. Use attorney partnerships so that we filed things with A+ compliance and had a pass through legally for the funds. This is the difference between a lead chaser and a real operator. A beginner sees a name and a dollar amount. An operator sees a path. If you're good on the phone and you're still struggling, you gotta ask yourself this question. Are you bad at sales, or are you selling in a market where everybody sounds like you? Are you bad at follow-up, or are you following up with people who have been pitched the same thing 20 times this week? Or did you pick a business where the offer has no edge? Your skill might not be the problem. You might just be in the wrong vehicle. This is exactly why we built Surplus Fund Secrets. Not for people looking for easy money, not for people who want some magic list, not for people who just think it's a make a phone call, sign someone up, and make money. We built it for operators who want to learn and build the process in the system. How to find cases, how to verify them, how to understand dockets, how to determine ownership and authority, how to correctly get your clients signed up and documents filed, how to manage the file after the signing. Because the opportunity is very real, but if you operate incorrectly, you're gonna lose. So you're not bad at sales, but if your skills are being used in the wrong vehicle, the wrong offer, the wrong business, then you're going to struggle. Surplus funds is not easy. That is the good part, because easy gets crowded. Difficult is our moat. This business requires research, communication, trust, follow-up, patience, documents, attorneys, and execution. This is why most people fail or burn out. And that's why if you're a serious operator, you need to pay attention. If you're really serious about learning this business the right way, book a call. Not if you want easy, not if you want shortcuts, but if you can sell, follow up, communicate, learn, and operate, this might be the vehicle you've been missing. You might not need a new script. You might just need a better business.